Sure, the views and opinions of the interviewees in the video do not necessarily reflect or represent the views of Love Life. If you have a complaint or find the content here too offensive, izakho lezo ntwana. On a serious note, slide into our DMs and let us know ukuthi uhlabeke kuphi, and we'll do better.
Is it a vibrator? Is it a sex toy of some sort? It could be. It could be, because then the curly part would be like the clitoral stimulator.
Sesibuyile with a new segment called Wing Woman this time around, the Women's Health Edition. I called a few of my friends to chill and chat. We're talking all things pap smear, Maxima condoms. Hey, it's going down on this episode. Let's start off with the Young Women's Month quiz.
Women's March.
Is that the one where we have Women's Day that led to Women's Day? I have no idea.
1956.
I don't know, dude.
1956 or 9? 1956.
Where they marched to Pretoria. 19... Yo, I don't know. It ran away. I think there's a difference, because women back then weren't as vocal as women today. Even though there's still a huge difference between men and women, but I think there's a difference from the past.
I don't know. Maybe they lit a new torch, man. I don't know. It seems very different, especially with the times. So you can't say they passed it down. Maybe the confidence is still there, but it's a very different struggle now.
No. 1956 till now. Nah. Inequality. GBV, amongst other various crimes, shows there's no the same level of treatment amongst male and female, in my opinion. So no.
I mean, women nowadays really do stand up for themselves, and they do their best not to be so dependent on men and try their best to be independent. So
yes, actually. Women are speaking up a lot more. We're standing up for ourselves. We're not pushovers anymore. So yeah, most definitely. The systems are still a bit against us, but we're trying our best.
I do think so. I feel like women are more about their voice now. They speak up, they address things. Even though we're not fighting for the same thing anymore, I feel like we're still fighting for something.
I think that women in this day and age are still fighting for what is naturally supposed to be given to them, right? Like in terms of respect in the workspace, equal rights. So it is still like a fight that women are still that women are still fighting. And I don't think that's fair, because we're in 2021, surely things must have improved somehow. But the fact that things are still the same is just really sad.
My question for you is that through all the darkness that South African women face, emotional, physical, sexual, economic abuse, what reason do we have to keep smiling?
We have absolutely no reason to keep smiling because South African women are dying every day and mostly people are doing nothing about it. I think it's time that we stop asking women what to do and start asking perpetrators to do better, to be better, to start treating women the way that they deserve to be treated. It is not up to us, it is up to the perpetrators to start doing right.
yes, I do actually. Because the amount, she said this in 2019, and last year, 2020, the statistics just went up. So it proves that we've got no reason to smile, really.
I agree with her statements, totally. The crime rate proves that every year, every month actually, every day. The rise in crime against women and children proves that. So definitely to what she's saying, it's true, in my opinion.
No, I don't think much has changed, because women are still treated the way they've always been for years, I think people just add a little sugar, maybe they'll give a woman an opportunity to speak instead of a man, but it's still, there's a lot of inequality between male and female.
I feel like it's still the same. I feel like we're still being abused. I feel like we're still in the same cycle. Just because someone said it out loud doesn't mean people are taking justice about it. Matching, I feel like it's not helping. Anything's not helping. I just feel like we're still in the same box.
I don't think things have changed. I remember last year when the country went into lockdown, a lot of gender-based violence cases against women literally went up, because I'm guessing a lot of people were now at home, and obviously the abuse intensified. And yeah, so nothing has changed from what she said. Things are still the same.
I 1000% agree with her answer that I'm gonna say us for the sake of men are trash hashtag should change. I mean, we are technically all perpetrators, but I fully agree with her. Nothing's changed. It's still the same. It's just a different date.
No, absolutely nothing has changed. As a South African woman, I travel a lot. And the reason why I travel the continent is because I know that getting a passport stamp outside of South Africa, it's where I will be the most safe. I've never had to worry about my safety when I travel outside of South Africa. But the moment I have to step out of my house, the first thing I have to think about every single day, every single moment, is my safety. So yeah, no, nothing has changed.
Before we hear what y'all have to say about breastfeeding, the 1st to the 6th of August was indeed World Breastfeeding Week. Did you know that breastfeeding can reduce the risk of cancers such as cervical and breast cancer, and reduce a mother's chance of getting arthritis? Not only this, breastfeeding can burn up to 400 calories a day and reduce the risk of sudden infant death syndrome. Let's normalize breastfeeding, no matter where it happens.
In my opinion, it's not taboo, because growing up, that's what we experienced all the time. But obviously, there's perverts and what's it called now? Pedophiles and all these things, and also molesters and all these things. I think that's why people are making it a big deal now. Other than that, I really honestly don't see a problem.
I think because for the longest of times, men have sexualized women. A woman's body has been sexualized ever since. So now people feel some type of way. They feel touched when a woman shows a body part because it's been sexualized for so long.
Hey man, I don't know nothing about that. As a man with breasts, I don't mind it. Do what you wanna do. Breastfeed if you wanna.
I mean, it's breastfeeding. You shouldn't be looking at me somehow because I'm breastfeeding my child. Look away if you feel uncomfortable with my boob being out, because I need to feed my child.
I know, that's just men, because men have sexualized breasts. Instead of breastfeeding kids as they should, men think it's something that they should be having sex with.
I feel like it's because men made us feel ashamed of our bodies. So we feel like we're not comfortable to do something so natural. I don't know if that makes sense.
One thing about men, they like to project, right? Like to project their insecurities or what they find uncomfortable to other people, right? So I don't think a woman ever put up that statement, Guti, breastfeeding in public is taboo. But it's obviously the men who are projecting their discomfort, and it's definitely on the men. So yeah.
Pap smear test, isn't it where they go and check for boobs and I don't know.
I know that I don't think I would go for one because I just feel like I know it's important to go for one, but I don't know, having someone touch you in a very private place for me is very uncomfortable. So that is the reason I wouldn't personally go for it. But I know that it is important for women to go, I think every year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
No, not in a rude way, but I just feel like, I don't want to look for things that are not there, if I'm not sick, I don't feel the need to go to the doctor. I will find what I'm like.
I'm not so knowledgeable, but I know the importance of them, that women should go for them. I don't know how often, but I'm not well versed in it, like the details.
I'm guessing vagina. Yeah, gynae checks. Check if there's everything operating down there.
Not much. I just know that they are done to test for cervical cancer.
So pap smear tests are basically a test that you do with your gynae. Your gynae does the test to basically just figure out what is going on with your lady bits. Yeah.
So the experience, guys, it is not scary at all. Like I said, I was nervous when I got there. I got into the examination room. I had to take off all my clothes, and the nurse that was assisting me, she did the breast exam, and she checked for lumps, and she showed me how to do it for myself. So she mentioned that I need to do the breast exam after every month, really, a few days after my period. Or I guess I think I'm bad with taking medical advice and instruction, but the point is every month she showed me how to do it, so which is great, yay. And then we got to the pap smear exam, which I was afraid of, right? So as I was lying there on the bed, she asked me to open my legs, and when I opened my legs, I think I kept on trying to close them up. So she asked me to like just relax, so just take deep breaths. So it's not scary. In movies they make it seem like they jam something in you, they don't. So she took out fresh from the packet, there's a thing that looks like tongs. It was plastic, and she put a lot of lubrication in it, and then she inserted it inside my cervix, and then that apparatus then opens up your cervix, and she'll be having something to scrape up cells. It's not even scary. It's like a little tiny brush that she then inserts inside, right? And then she'll scrape inside your womb. So please note, guys, you won't even feel it. I did feel a slight discomfort when she inserted the thing that opens up my cervix, but slight because there was lubrication, so there was no pain. And when she was scraping, I know I'm saying scraping, but when she was gliding off, because I didn't even feel that part at all, so it's not even painful at all. When she was finished, I did not feel. Then when she was finished, like when she took the cells, she put them in the test thingies that they have to send to the lab, and she took out the apparatus she was using to open my cervix. It was, am I saying the correct words? Correct me down below in the comment section. I did not feel it. So the number one, I think make sure that the person that is taking your test has properly lubricated the item that they use to open your VJJ. Honestly, I think that's the biggest thing, and there is no pain, nothing. And the lady that was doing my pap smear exam, I guess it will be the same everywhere you go. They see lots of women's woo-woos. They know that people's cookies look different. They are comfortable, so there's no need for you to be nervous. And she was joking about this with me and saying, "Oh my God, what have you been up to?" So she made the whole experience comfortable.
Absolutely. Let us sleep. Woo! Crazy things. I want to sleep all day, every day. And I think that's why I don't work for anybody. When I'm on my period, I sleep. Because I really do not want to function. The mood swings, the hormones, the discomfort, the diarrhea that nobody ever talks about. Your vaginal area becomes so hot, it's like you're having a fever. Nobody ever talks about these things, but it's like literally the most uncomfortable thing ever.
I don't know, man, the craziest is just, it hurts. I know women don't really talk to me about like their crazy menstruation stories or period stories. The guys talk about it a lot. No, when they experience it, it's crazy. And I fully agree with them. I mean, not intentionally.
My experience with periods is really bad. So sometimes it's at a point where I can't concentrate because I'm having migraines and period pains all at the same time. So I've got to be at home to rest for that.
I would say the first 3 days. Apparently, that's like the heaviest flow days. So I think those days should be granted to them. And then after that, the less heavy days, then they can come back to work. I think that's the less painful days.
I think so. Because I think it depends on the pain they go through during the time of the month. Because I've noticed it differs from person to person. You know, like personally, my younger sister like goes through the most. She can barely walk when she's on her period, but other people, you know, would be able to function and be okay.
Definitely. Because I once saw a tweet where someone said they feel suicidal when they're on their periods. So I just feel like because someone is not experiencing it the same way, I just feel like certain people are experiencing so much more, and you should take a break.
Yeah, no, Shane, definitely. Because I've heard someone say that period pains are hurt as much as a heart attack, but like 10 times more. So, can you imagine?
That is not cap. Research found that menstrual cramping can be just as painful as having a heart attack.
Let's get to hear what y'all think this is.
That looks like some fruit.
I don't know what that is.
Is it a vibrator? Is it a sex toy of some sort? It could be. It could be, because then the curly part would be like the clitoral stimulator.
A female dildo, I think. I don't know. That looks like a dildo.
I don't know what that is. That looks like a weird banana. Banana peel that's pink, or it could be a dildo. I don't know what that is.
That's a clit. Yeah, sure.
Fun fact, Ubuazuti, just like the penis, when aroused, blood rushes to the clitoris, causing it to swell and become erect. It also doesn't really play a direct role in human reproduction. It's all for pleasure.
Yes.
No, and I've seen it on like the internet.
It's a female condom.
Yeah, I have seen it.
No, to be honest, I know there's female condoms, but I've never ever seen one. I don't even know what it looks like properly, so it's like actually my first time. Whoa. Oh man.
I am so curious. This ring comes out.
Something about this. Oh, nigga. And you slot it in there, and then you mount it at the back end of the nice time.
The top part goes in to your vagina, and then you need to push it up.
This you fucker like this, and it goes in, push it all the way up. You can use an object to push it in. Then then it sits like this, and then
like push it in with your hands. Yeah. Until it's like seated comfortably, and then you do your thing with your person, and then you take it out, and then you throw it away.
That would, so if you were to, so it's round, so if you were to squeeze it in like that, then it becomes easier to insert, and once it's inside, then it could sit in its position, like it could go back to being round like that, I would imagine.
I don't.
say shy away from it. I would like to believe I'm sexually liberated, and nobody has ever introduced me to it. So it's just not something we're exposed to, I guess.
Ash, I think it's because women have always been made to just be part of sex. They don't have much of a say, you know. And when a girl rocks up with a female condom, I've heard this a lot, where guys will say, she's a or whatever, you know, because she uses condoms with the assumption that she sleeps around and all of that. So that's just like a myth. That's what goes on in the streets, you know. So I can imagine how hard it must be for a female to own a condom or to come to a party with a condom.
That thing looks nasty, I won't even lie to you. Just imagine like pulling it apart and then no.
I think they take time to insert. Yeah, they take time. Unlike a male condom.
I've never seen it in a bathroom stall. And I feel like men were taught to protect themselves, and then women were told how to not get pregnant. So, yeah, I don't think that's why we were never taught about female condoms.
First of all, there's too much maths to putting it in. And from me, personally, from what I've seen, I don't know why they don't use it. That sounds like false. You have to put that thing 8 hours before having sex. False.
I don't know how many hours, but I know you need to insert it for some time, a couple of hours before actually having sex. Yeah.
I've heard that that's the case, but I don't believe it. I don't understand why you should stay in there for so long. But I've heard that you should stay in there for 8 hours. I don't know how true that is.
False.
Definitely false.
I would say false, because that would make no sense at all. Like, who knows they're going to have sex in 8 hours' time?
Dog, if you thought this show was not going to feature our dope groundbreakers, ushaye phansi, because we are about to show you how a Maxima condom is used on an artificial vagina, of course. Tata khona mugirl.
Sanibonani bafethu, igama lami Asa. Today ngizobe ngenza i-condom demonstration, which is female condom demonstration. We have two different condoms, but they work the same way. So today sobe siyesebenzisa this one. So every time when you get a female condom, you need to check my instruction. There's instructions lana that you need to read first. But mina ngizobe nginibonisa ukuthi izobe isebenziswa kanjani. First of all, you need to check the expiring date. Expiring date, if the expiring date is right, data connect with isekteni, you can use it. But then if the data connect lulile, you need to throw it away and get the new one. So afterward, you need to check ukuthi akunamoya ophumayo kulona or ayihlabwanga, so that you can be able to use the condom. So if you write a condom, then there are steps that you also have to use to open the condom. So there's ilona lana yabonisa ukuthi condom ivulwa which side. So you just have to push the condom down. After pushing the condom down, then you tear it. Then you push it out. Then my puma condom yamantombazana ibukeka kanje. Then there is the ring inside. So this ring, you need to cross it as E8. Ibamba kanje, then yona izochenja kube E8. Like that's just like that. Then after, this is how you put it. Usifaka u8 phakathi, then masecedile ufaka u8 phakathi, then you make sure ukuthi uyarolla kanje, then maceda uyahlohla phakathi so that izokwazi ukuhlala. Then you open lana ukuthi umfana makazo penetrator so that you can go inside, not ukuthi aphumele eceleni. Then masecedile, after having sex, then you just have to use a tissue to remove the condom. So how to remove it? You just have to take the tissue and put it. Make sure ukuthi ama sperms angaphakathi nama the semen is inside. Then mawuqeda you take it out. We are rolling a tissue. Then you throw it out. Thank you. Just for a reminder, our condoms are not only for male and females. They are for all, everyone, anyone who's willing to use the condoms, whether you are bisexual, whether you are homosexual, whether you are gay, lesbian, you are more than welcome to come to our clinic and get the condoms. Also, we cater for PrEP when you want to take PrEP, which is a prevention pill for HIV negative people. You come and take for EPEP and it's like post when you are sexually, we had sexual intercourse without using a condom and you're not sure about the partner, then you can come and get EPEP. And you also cater for HIV testing. We test every day. Every patient is compulsory for them to test so that they can know their status. And we also cater for those who want to prevent not to get pregnant. So everyone is welcome to come to our clinic. If you know that you are older than 23, we also have your department. We are friendly clinics. So just make sure you come and be free. Thanks.
By the way, Maxima condoms should not be referred to as female condoms, as some people in the LGBTQI+ community use them as well. Do the right thing. Be wise and go to your nearest clinic and grab a handful of them. Check impilo.
Do what she wants.
Eat.
Must work. Work for herself.
Umfazi must be left alone. Like, leave me alone.
Umfazi must do whatever she wants.
Do whatever she wants, I guess.
Always be in power.
Thank you so much for joining us. We've reached the end of Wing Woman, the Women's Health Edition. Remember, be a love lifer. Subscribe and hit the notification button. Till the next segment, remember to always practice safe sex.